There's a fairy named Cosmo and a beast named Bunsen, so amazingly different, like apples and onions. They're from two strange worlds, one totally unlike the other. But you might not guess that they know each other. Bunsen!
So yeah, this is happening. It's a crossover between Butch Hartman's two cartoons, The Fairly Oddparents and Bunsen is a Beast. This may not seem like big news at first, but it's the first Nicktoons crossover in more than 10 years. There haven't really been many at all, so it's interesting to see a modern one. Anyway, you probably didn't ask for this crossover because honestly, who would? But there are a few things I think I should mention about it. Bunsen is an extremely new show, so new that its first episode released on February 21st. It's Butch Hartman's attempt at a new cartoon animated fully in Flash, which definitely isn't his normal style. Now because this is a super new show, it's really unpopular since not many people have heard of it or even seen any episodes. You may be asking to yourself why this crossover is even a thing when Bunsen literally just began, but it makes a lot of sense. Nickelodeon probably expected the show to not do super well in ratings, at least not as good as The Fairly Oddparents, but when you have a crossover between two shows, people are going to tune in for at least half of the characters shown in the crossover. In this case, everyone knows about The Fairly Oddparents, but most of them don't know Bunsen, so they'd be intrigued and eventually watch. This way, Bunsen would get slightly higher ratings since more people would want to check it out after watching this crossover. I still think it's dumb that we're seeing a crossover literally 2 weeks after Bunsen's premiere, but whatever. Now you may be wondering if this crossover will even turn out good. Crossovers are usually interesting and they can be done well even if one show is good and the other isn't too great. But in the case of Bunsen and The Fairly Oddparents, I really don't have high hopes. The Fairly Oddparents has massively gone downhill in the recent seasons, especially with Chloe, and I really hate her and she's the worst character and nobody wants her to be on the show and she ruins everything. I've seen an episode or two of Bunsen is a Beast, and from what I've seen, it's nothing incredible. Of course I can't have a full opinion until I see more episodes, but some of the characters just felt too loud and annoying. The humor was mostly the random equals funny stuff, which is really untrue and is the worst formula for cartoons. Random doesn't equal funny, but I guess mindless kids enjoy it since Teen Titans Go is still airing. Anyway, neither of these shows are amazing, so it's likely that the crossover will be bad. One interesting part about this is that Mr. Crocker and Amanda are going to team up to cause trouble. If you didn't know, Amanda is the cliche villain in Bunsen is a Beast. Seeing these two team up will possibly be cool to watch, but I still don't have high hopes and it's very likely to be boring. Who else remembers Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? Maybe it's just a nostalgia, but I remember this crossover being amazing and there were a lot of awesome storylines. That's probably because Jimmy Neutron and The Fairly Oddparents were very good cartoons growing up, and when combined they were even cooler. It was nice to see the worlds collide and everyone teaming up to stop the villains. Even though some of the stuff here was cliche, I think it'll go down as an above average cartoon crossover. I mentioned Jimmy Timmy Power Hour because that was actually the last Nicktoons crossover, and the one following in its footsteps is the Bunsen Fairly Oddparents one. Do I think this modern one will be as good as the Jimmy Timmy one? Definitely not, because modern Fairly Oddparents is awful and Bunsen is okay at best. Crossovers can be done really well, but from the promos and the way this new episode is looking, I think it's just a quick way to boost ratings for Bunsen and more people will know of its existence. Nickelodeon is definitely going to try to make this one of their new big shows, considering it's airing on the main network. Unlike a certain show that was kicked to the curb of Nicktoons and will have lower ratings until its cancellation. Anyway, that's all for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.